Well, hello everybody and welcome to round 2 of IRL Tier 2. In this we are here in the night time on the desert of Bahrain here. I am your only commentator tonight, Callum G247, and I will be taking you through the qualifying and probably the very intense race round here of the Bahrain Grand Prix. This obviously is Tier 2, so every single one of these drivers will be looking for this place in Tier 1 next season, as there's a two Reynolds driving very close actually. Maybe a bit of slipstream. I think that is exactly what's going on there between the two Reynolds drivers as they're about to start their lap. Or is it just a bit close to him there? But anyway, as I mentioned, this is Tier 2. If you want to watch Tier 1, it will be in just about an hour's time on F1 IRL. So there's two accounts now at 8 o'clock, and that will be Anton speaking and a new commentator, not too sure who he is, who will be joining you in the commentary box for that one. And now, as I said, we have got 18 drivers here to take on the challenge here of Bahrain. Every single one of them here are quick in their own rights. We do apologise that last week there was no stream. It was because we only had two commentators and both of us did Tier 1. So if you want to know what happened in Tier 1, then this man, if I get him right here, gave me a brief summary of what happened. Basically say that the man Kimmy, who is the fly right here, he won the race and fairly dominant, you could say. Second place was this man right here, Morgs. Apparently these two were quite far out in front. And then third place was Kev, apparently, am I saying? Yep, apparently the top front three were all pretty lonely, didn't have much of a race. And then Benjamin's Prime came home in fourth, and that's all he could tell me. A good idea, but apparently the front three are really far out in front here. But that was Australia. We're now into Bahrain. It could be completely different times as Badgesaurus says 1:28.3, but then Morgs is a 1:28.3 on the medium, so it's great to hear from Morgs already. Then Lost Nuts Racing 1 there is a 1:33 on Super Softs, and then that was Benjamin's Prime 1:28.6, only 3/10 off Morgs 1608 here in the 1608, who tried to set a time on the now Nathan up in P3 1:28.5. Good luck there from the Mercedes driver, but again that is in the medium comp. I was probably going to see a one-stop strategy from the majority of these drivers there, medium, soft mediums. And if we're going to see these super soft drivers on the super softs, it's that we will see super softs, soft and softs. But personally, I do think the one stuff is a little bit quicker. But it just depends how you manage your tyres and manage the pace. And I know a few of these drivers have done a lot. They'll definitely be up to speed with this Bahrain Grand Prix circuit, as that is Beast Pro goes up at a P5 as well. So I think this is the majority of the drivers coming to the end of their lap. Actually, Lost Nuts Racing is actually kind of getting help holding up the force in the driver here a little bit. Ross goes up at a P5. It's good luck there by the Sauber driver. That's a questionable helmet though. Oh no, it's black. Okay, I looked red in that. Is it red or is it black? I think it's black here. So it's that. Oh, that's a red exponent. Beast Pro, who's spun it there. That is a pretty tricky section. The S section will definitely see mistakes they've made in the race. That is a very tough pit to get right. And Beast Pro just really proving that there. Just a very hard mistake. You'll have to pit from those super soft tyres out onto the soft compound or the super soft again, a fresh set probably when you can get back into the pits. Not a good also driver's session. And now I want to quickly mention today the commentator, or the commentators, in this case one commentator, which is me, we get to choose a driver of the day, and that driver of the day will be awarded a bonus point if it is fair and checked by the admins, which I'm sure it will be. So if anyone has got a great race, then the commentators will be allowed to kind of give that bonus point to whoever they think kind of deserves it. And I think there's a fastest lap one, but I'm not too sure. Check that one. I'll get a phrase right now. I think there's definitely something like that. Now we're just on board with the race winner last week. Kimmy's not set up a lap time, that's a 1:30.17, that's really uncharacteristically slow for Kimmy there, so I'm assuming this will be a proper lap now. But he's in no area, so must be an out lap. As that is the Force India of Sling. Is it Sling? it is Sling Arrival. I think that's how you say it. Who's retired from the session pretty early on. That is not going to be good. It has not been a good time talk, so he'll probably be back in the grid by the end of this qualifying session. So not good there for the Force India driver, but the positive will start with starting outside the top 10 at fresh tyres. And now we've got a few drivers coming out. There's a Williams coming out. The two Williams drivers coming out. Lost Nut Racing and oh wow, Lost Nut Racing 1 and Lost Nut Racing 2. They just love to confuse us. Wow, okay. So they're obviously friends. We can establish that. So we'll keep an eye on number 1 and number 2's pace here throughout this qualifying session. Both in the Williams, I'm assuming both good friends. So championship, which will definitely be an interesting one to keep an eye on. Now, that's a run up going very slow. That is King Brian there. Not sure if he's just preparing for it. Look in the bottom right. There's a wee red fuel light. That means he's run out of fuel, so he's going to have to limp back to the pits. Hopefully he can try and get out of any drivers that is on a lap. Kimmy's actually come into the pits, so I think we might see him go out on the softening end of the session and make the one stop wag. Well, not sure. We need to keep an eye on that one. We have got Lost Nuts Racing and Lost Nuts Racing 2 and Lost Nuts Racing 1. Both start the lap. There is the Renault going slowly with his zero fuel. I think that's how you say it. Is probably slow at the start of the lap. Yeah, I think it is. So we'll keep an eye on how he does there. Lonnie Moose also, is he on a lap in the mediums or is he just finished lap in the mediums? And I've got confirmation. So, outside the top 10, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drivers tonight that have the possibility of getting that fast lap. So, unlike the real life F1, you get a fastest lap from drivers inside. This is drivers from outside the top 10. So, if all hope is lost in a race, if they want to try and get 1 point, salvage 1 point, then they can go into pits, fit a pair of super softs and go all at it to try and get that 1 point. So that is definitely interesting for any driver that think all hope is lost. It really isn't. They can still fight for 1 point. So that's definitely how it just came out. Nathan getting all that sort of surgery. Is he on a fast lap? He's on the super soft tyres actually, so I don't know why he went out on the soft mediums at the start of the session, because realistically he's not really got to there wasn't really much of a point, but he's out the supers anyway. Will he do a Kimmy then just kind of back off the end of the session? Not sure Kimmy. Will he set a lap on them? We're not too sure, but I'm sure we will see Kimmy set a fast lap, probably a blistering lap that will probably plummet him up to the very top. He is the favourite to win this championship. I can tell you that, and he backed it up last week in Australia, but did not rule out all of these drivers really. Obviously Morg 1608 gave him, he was the closest man last week, who came P2, and before he's my teammate in a few leagues, and he was my co-commentator last year. I can tell you he's got good pace, so do not rule him out. Do not rule. I've heard Nathan Hill, I've heard that he's pretty quick, Benjamin's Prime, I've heard things about him, and we might know, we might see other people join this league mid-season and definitely give Kimmy a run for his money. And this is definitely going to be not a boring season, because I can tell you every single one of these drivers will want a place in Tier 1 next season, and even Tier 1, all of these drivers want to stay in Tier 1. Extremely interesting. Like, as Kimmy gets a big time slapper there, coming out the exit of turn 2, they're coming up the hill, down out of turn 4, it's not been the best start to his lap there. Fought the Ferrari driver now, down out of third gear, takes it nice and easy, doesn't want to really lose the rear end again now. Up into fourth gear, keeps it in, goes up into sixth gear, now fifth gear, don't want to clip the curves too much so you can lose it now, don't want to get out wide here, you can spin it, you see it got on top of that curve, and that really can lose the car there. I think he now backed off. But the great lap there from Kimmy, I'm sure he will know definitely. So we can definitely keep an eye on that name later on in this session. We've got the professional pro-man Morg 1608, he's out actually out in the super soft, so I think a lot of these drivers just going out for kind of banker runs might just go out then, you know, take a wee break, and then back off. I think he's going out just for a laugh of it. He doesn't really need these tyres too much, he's actually held up there. Oh yeah, he's been held up massively there by the Red Bull. That is absurd mitten there. It's not it morged his way there. And it's really cost him. I don't think it's going to matter too much, but it's still not really good. He needs to keep an eye on that one for the rest of the session. We've still got Kev, who's still to settle up in this session, and absurd mitten, who we've seen a few minutes ago, and I'm assuming probably these drivers all in the 30s could probably still improve. I think 30th, like his lap times, Kimmy actually comes into the pits. So there you have it. We'll probably see him sitting in the soft compound when the session kind of comes to the kind of end, so he can go out with damage. If you look, does he? It's hard to tell from that camera angle, but if you look in the front left of his wing, it looks like he might have slight damage there to the Red Bull's cap. So let's hope he could get into the pits and try and get that sorted and try and set a lap time that will probably put him into the top 10. This is Ramsey Jr. here. He's on a lap on the super soft tires here, coming into the last fourth gear here. Gets slightly a little bit too wide there, nearly loses on that curve. I do not want to cut this, and he goes out and it throws him out wide here now, coming into the third last corner. He's still going to continue. This still possibly could be an improvement, but if you look at the bottom right, he's nearly run out of the ERS. The ERS is on 4% here, 3%, and they might run out, but he's going to gain some in the braking here, fourth gear or third gear. Now, really getting in that acceleration a bit early now. You're going to come across the line. Is it going to be improvement? It is, but by how much? It's a 132.3. It doesn't improve him at all to anyway close to that top 10. Good luck there by Ramsey, but still not good enough for that top 10 slot. Now, these are going to be on the laps now. This is going to be the battle for pole here. All of these drivers could definitely do it here. Badger's out on the super soft. This is the quickest compound available here in Bahrain. It's the super soft, the softs, and the mediums. No one's out on the mediums, but you can see there that is the white striped medium compound. So we could definitely see Badgersaurus. Personally, you would say he's your favourite, but again, if he can't beat, wait, actually, yeah. So you could definitely say Badgersaurus could be the man for pole. We're going to go on board with a lap here with Badgersaurus as he comes down into turn 1 here. You're going to brake just as you hit the 100-metre board here, down in if possibly first gear. Go do second gear. Don't want to get in that curve too much now. Into turn 2 and 3, easy. He cut that one, but he does that nicely coming up the hill down into turn 4. A Toro also getting nice out his way. That's Kev. Still not set a lap time in this session though. Now down into third gear as much as possible, but don't try and get yourself dragged out wide here. Now keeps it, he goes up into his 5th gear, up to 6th gear, down into 5th gear, keeps it in 5th gear, 6th, up into 6th. Now he's got to brake. It's a hard one. He get right, but he does that very nicely. Into 2nd gear he goes now, upshifting. It's going to be up the hill, and he shoots back down the hill for turn 9 and 10. This is an easy one to lock up if you have ABS off, which I think he's got ABS on, so that's why you're not seeing him lock up. But it's looked to be working for him so far because he's in 2nd place. Now coming through the kind of last sector now. This bit is easy to get out wide, but he goes out to 4th gear and he nails that section now, coming into a very tricky section. He get right, you don't want to cut that curb. He could go a little bit closer than he did there, but it could still work now. 4th gear, he doesn't decide to go over that curb, which is quite interesting. Now, and in the penultimate corner here, he won't really cut this curb. We'll probably see him going into 3rd gear here for this last corner. He goes down into 3rd gear, he doesn't cut that corner too much. He upshifts up into 4th gear, trying to get the best exit. Now 27.4, puts him in professional flow, but where's this Badgersaurus do? He did that 127 flat, which outshines Nathan Hill's lap. And Nathan, if you want that pole, you're going to have to go again. But also, Morg 1608's on the lap. Don't forget about Kimmy as well, he's in that out lap as well. We've got a few other drivers, Ross, Beast Pro. We've also got Benjamin Prime and Lonnie that might, actually, their session will be over. Nathan will retire from the session. He won't get any higher than 2nd place. We'll probably see Badgersaurus retire very soon. So it's all up to probably pole position. I think we're going to go on board with Morgan here as he comes through the last sector here. Is he in the lap? I think he is. Now coming to the last sector, he's not going to cut that curve. We've seen other drivers, but he gets a lot closer than Badgersaurus did a few moments ago. Now there's a bit of traffic ahead of him, but I'm sure that will clear. Hopefully for his sake now, coming into the penultimate corner here, he wants to nail this to try and slingshot himself across the start finish straight. 4th gear instead of that 3rd gear. He might get a slight toe, and he comes across the line. Where does it put me? It puts a P2. It's not good enough for that pole position. Only 1/10 off Badgersaurus. Morg 1608 is so close for that pole, but it's not quite. But also, Kimi's about to start a lap as well, he could definitely be challenging for that pole position. Do not count him out just yet as Morgs does retire. We've also got Ross, who's out in the lap. Yeah, he is not in the lap, he's gonna... That's him, his session done. We've got Beast Pro, who's also on into the final sector here. He's not got a lot of VRS, so he has to keep an eye on that, but he will gain a little bit here through the braking zone here. Now, fourth gear here tries to get the best exit possible, but it goes slightly wide. Excuse me. Now, 7th gear, he's all over the place, really losing that rear end here as he comes into the penultimate few corners here. 4th gear really running it wide. It's been a pretty messy lap here from Beast Pro, what I've seen so far here. But can he improve anyway? Yes, he's nearly going to run out, but he's going to have it saved from this break. Runs out wide, that could be an invalid lap, but if it isn't, he's going to continue. And DRS is open, but he's going to dive into the pits. That is Beast Pro session over here. He's going to start P8 and possibly low down. Now, we're on to the favourite here, Kimi here. Actually, is anyone else going to finish the lap? Actually, we'll go on board with lots not. Actually, no, we're not going to go on board with Kimi. Apologies here. As he's going to come across the line. Can the favourite for this championship deliver here in Bahrain? He does not. It's put him in the front row. It puts him on the second row behind Morgs, Kev and Badgesaurus. And actually I forgot to say, I didn't even realise that Kev has put himself up into P2. I want 27 flat, very close to that pole position. He was so close to challenging Badgesaurus. But Kimi does not deliver. He does not get pole, he only puts himself P4 behind Morg 1608, and he does not even get the fastest lap on the softs. It's been a great lap there by Morg 1608 there to put him as off compound. Lots Nash Racing didn't get to set a lap. They've got Ramsey, who's also finished. So that is going to conclude your qualifying session here for Bahrain. Very dramatic one. We've got a few drivers on the mediums. We've got Benjamin Prime and Looney Moo. Keep an eye on them. They're going to be extremely quick near the end of the race. But that is really going to be interesting. We're just going to go on board with Ramsey, just retire. But you know, there you go, there's your fame. Ramsey Jr. is going to come into the penultimate corner. That's a great lot of work, you know. Oh. This is great, innit? Great entertainment. Comes into the last corner. Oh, first gear, that's a great exit. So you can somewhat. Now, first gear, can he get it? The DRS will be opened in about 5 seconds. He gets the DRS open here. He doesn't even open it. As he comes into the pit lane, it's not going to be full for Ramsey. Somehow, it was a great lap there from the far P12. And finally, oh God, we have to wait this 40 seconds then. No, yeah, because he's in the pits, right. But, as I mentioned before, that will conclude your qualifying session here for Bahrain. And what an interesting one that will be. The strategy will definitely be played out for the race in what I think will seem like an eternity, but within a few minutes time. And interesting for the strategy, we're going to see those super soft runners have to do a 2-stop. No way they'll be able to do the 1-stop. And the likes of Morgs, Kimi, we've got Benjamin's Prime and Looney on the soft and medium compound. They'll be doing the 1-stop, and that could definitely be the winning strategy. Personally, I do think that is the best strategy around here. So keep an eye on those drivers for the race. Now I'm going to run you through your qualifying order here for the Bahrain Grand Prix. So Badgesaurus puts Sam McClellan on pole, but just to Kev 20 on that super soft. Now Morg 1608, he's the quickest out of the soft runners, followed by Kimi Bingham in P4. Nathan Hill puts it in P5, also on the soft tyres as well. Good luck by him. The Scotsman of Benjamin's Prime there, quickest on the mediums, but followed by Rooney Moot. Then Ross P8, Beast Pro, King Brian, Lost Nut Racing, Ramsey, Absurd Mitten, and then Lots Nut Racing 2, and then Sling. I didn't get to see the rest of his name, but that was a bit rushed there, but I can run you through the odds there. And what a qualifying session that was. I've said that many times, but this is going to set us up for a really good, interesting one. I said it was a dominating one last time out in Australia, but it's looking nothing like it at the moment. We've got a few names that I didn't expect to be up there, and we've got a few drivers further back. Just keep an eye on their pace as well, and keep an eye on these two there. Benjamin's Prime and Looney Moo, both on the mediums. They're going to be slow at the start. They probably will lose positions to these three right here, Ross, Beast Pro and King Ryan. But they will definitely be, they will probably have the better strategy on the 1-stop, and they will be quicker in the end with that soft tyres, and being quicker at the end is definitely an advantage. I think that is definitely a thing, but it would have been really interesting to see what Benjamin's Prime and Looney Moo's pace would have been like if they put on that soft compound of tyre. And they have definitely been up challenging the likes of Morgs, Kevin, Benjamin's Prime for that pole position for the hardest compound available, which is in mediums. As such for Mercedes, getting away pretty slow. That's Nathan getting away pretty slow there, but he gets away eventually. And this could really be an interesting one here as all the drivers get away. That force right there might not even be there. Oh, there he is. He finally decides to get away from his grid slot there. This is going to be the formation lap where drivers have to prepare their tyres for the best possible start they can get. The likes of Benjamin's essential for their start, as this is going to be the hardest component. It's going to be the hardest to warm up, so they're really going to have to work these tyres in this formation lap if they want to try and get as much grip as possible at start. Same with these three on the soft and the ones further back in the softs as well. They're not going to get as a good start to Kev and Benjamin's Prime as they probably would have liked. They're going to be a little bit slower due to the fact that they're in a harder compound. So that, again, they're really going to have to work their tyres. But the likes of Kev, Benjamin's Prime, Reese Pro, we've got King Brian as well. I think the rest are on softs. It's going to be a little bit easier for them to warm up their tyres, but they are not taking them that way anyway. They're really warming up the tyres. As they come into the last section now, nerves definitely kicking in for all 15 drivers now. Unless they don't get nervous, and they won't be nervous, but I'm sure the likes of Badgesaurus, Kev, Morgs, Kimmy, Nathan, Ben and Lenny Moon all have a chance to win this race. And I don't want to go boring, so I'm going to say that Benjamin's Prime's going to win this race. I don't want to say Morgs, I don't want to say Kimmy, I don't want to say anyone on pole. So Benjamin's Prime is going to win this race. Mediums to softs, it's going to be the winning strategy here. That is the way that he's going to win it, as he's just come into his grid slot. Kimmy's slowed down quite a lot actually. As Benjamin's Prime just come into his grid slot now. This is all the drivers coming into their grid slots now. What a race, we're getting into their slots now, and the lights will be with us in any moment. Now the lights are in front of the drivers. I've got 5 lights in front of them, and they are a really good start there from Benjamin's Prime there, from Badgesaurus, sorry, who's going to lead down out turn 1, but he's definitely going to be pressured by Kev, who might try it down the inside. There's action for the back. It's a Silver trying it down the inside, and Kev's got the lead down out turn 1. That's a Reynolds of Morg being pushed wide by Kimmy. Nathan up into P3. Now the two drivers going side by side here. Up into P4, the two drivers go. They're definitely squeezing, but don't forget about Nathan in the background as well as they go into turn 4 here. Kev takes the lead of the Bahrain Grand Prix. Nathan's got to try it round in the switchback. Oh, there's contact between the two drivers, and he's getting squeezed off here by Nathan Hill here. That is not good. He's going to drop down to P3, and then Kimmy is now up at P4. Morg just dropped down to P5. Got to try it round outside though of Kimmy, but to no avail. And that's King Brian out of the session. That's not going to be good there for his race, as he is now going to be out of the race. But what a start there for Kimmy's up at P1. That's actually now Kimmy under threat, not Badgesaurus under threat from that pole. He's now also dropped down. The nearly interlock sent Badgesaurus off there, and now the two drivers going side by side. He squeezes him off the track. That is very aggressive there, and he's going to lose 2 positions there now. Morg's under attack, try to attack Kimmy there for that final podium position. Badgesaurus, this has been a horrific start from so far. He's dropped down 4 positions down into P5. And this is not the start the McLaren driver would have wanted at all. Now further back is there a two driver, is that, yeah, for P12 as a good move there by the Force India man. Now looking further up the field here, I'm sure we'll get a little bit of action. Kimmy's under threat from Morgs here. The Renault versus Force India, Ferrari. What will happen down at turn 1? Kimmy defends well, but can Morgs get him on the switchback here through turn 2 and 3 here, keeps it nice on the track as that as absurd man up into P10 in the two. Sauber's going after it as well, and Morgs is not going to get by Kimmy for any time being. So that is a 2 Force Indians of Ross and Lonnie. Said he's got the faster compound. I'm assuming Ross will try and let him through, play a team game there. Oh no, sorry, Lonnie will let him through, play a team game. Benjamin's Prime, the man that I think can win this race, and that I said a lot of times I get mixed up with Badgesaurus. I do apologise to him for that one there. That happens, doesn't it? But talking about Badgesaurus, he's definitely looking feisty now. That poor start though isn't costing him there. A bad exit there out of turn 10 is not really going to let him get an attack, as that is now the Force India. So is that damage for the Williams driver? It is. That is damage for Lost Arts Racing number 1. That's not good for him there. He's going to be under attack there from the force end. He's going to lose that position. That is going to be P11, not P12 now for the force end. The Williams driver, and I'm sure he's going to lose many more positions with that front wing damage. Now looking further up, Kev. This has been a great lead here from him. He's going to already break DRS when DRS is going to be enabled from Nathan on the soft compound, but Nathan also pulling away from Kimmy, and with Kimmy though in P3, and then also Badgersaurus staying with Morgs and Kimmy, but Benjamin's Prime dropping a little bit back as well. Now Morgs here, can he do anything on Kimmy? DRS will not be enabled for this time around, but next lap he will. He's going to need to look for it, but he's not going to do anything this time around. Just trying to save his tyre tracks. Lost. Not racing number 1 into the pits. He's going to drop behind his teammate, sorry, and that'll be in for him. And then P10, there's a battle for it. That is absolutely doing it at P11, really all over the place. Could be actually vulnerable here. If Ramsey Jr. here on the exit, what will happen between these two drivers here? Will Ramsey dive it down the inside here? Daniel Ricciardo is smooth. He will not, and he actually kind of goes quite wide and misses his braking zone there. Now, actually, Beast Pro all over the back of Benjamin's Prime. Now, that is for P6. Benjamin's Prime obviously struggling on that medium comp. Harder's compound available, I've mentioned. Morg's actually getting out of such there a little bit as well. Back to pull a slight gap to Bahrain, man. But Benjamin's Prime, as I was mentioning, under a little bit of pressure there from Beast Pro in that Toro Rosso. It breaks really late there, Beast Pro, compared to Benjamin's Prime. That's really probably not the exit you'd want, as he's getting all out of sorts. You can just see he's really struggling for grip, even though he's on the softest compound. Braking later again, getting all out of sorts coming at that corner, nearly actually loses it on the exit, and losing time to Benjamin's Prime, and he's not taking him at this rate. Now looking at the battle for P4 and possibly even P2 here. Can Kimmy do anything on Nathan? I don't think he will, but looking for the back, will Badgersaurus make an attack here on Morgs? He might have a DRS failure because he did not open his DRS, or he just forgot. Common mistake that drivers do make. Now, on the exit here, Badgersaurus, I don't think he'll be able to make any move here. That is only move back up into P8 on his teammate on the super soft compound, and we're struggling on the supers. Is this the sign that supers could be going off? And you can see the likes of Kev definitely struggling on the super soft compound. But it's only been 3 laps, part 4 if you include his qualifying lap, so I think Ross could just be struggling. That might have been a mistake there to allow his teammate Looney Moo back through, or a little bit of team orders, you never know. But anyway, Looney Moo up into P8, and he's now got to try and challenge which is Beast Pro in P7, but it's on the super soft compound, so really there now. Nathan Hill is closed up rapidly to Kev now. Kev, that 1.2 second gap is really close down, and now Kimmy's got into the back of them, and Morgs 1608 is very close to them as well. So this could be possibly a 4-5 way battle for the lead if these three really get caught up in a battle. Now Nathan going slightly wide here out of the third last corner here. Can Kimmy do anything into the penultimate corner on this Bahrain Grand Prix track? I don't think he'll be able to do anything, but he might try and set up. Nathan could also be looking to launch an attack on Kev. He's going to have to look forward and behind him now. DRS has been activated for Nathan. He's going to try it down the inside. Kev doesn't defend it too much there, and Nathan has inside, and he has a move before turn 1. Will Kimmy try it down the inside of Kev? No, he does not. He actually clips that curb quite massively as Beast Pro gets a 5-second stop over speed in the pit lane. Not good there for the Red Dome man. But actually that is Kev, is he letting it looked like it a little bit there. It looked like he backed off coming into turn 4 there. Is that submitting, made a move on Ramsey or something like that? Because he no, it was Beast Pro's pattern, my apologies. But yeah, I think Kev looked like he might have let Kimmy through there. Might have been, he didn't want to fight it, want to let these two fight it, maybe then try and just take advantage of any mistakes. But this is now going to leave him vulnerable to the Renault driver of Morgs here. The exit of turn 10 here, who really needs to try and get a good exit. If he wants to get put in attack, he's going to get it. But Kimmy might be looking for it in Nathan here, but I don't think he's going to back off into the braking zone there, and going to have to stay behind Nathan there for another lap. But he will definitely be looking for a move down it, possibly even the next corner, not this one, but the next one here. He gets a lot better exit than the Mercedes driver of Nathan. We've seen these two cars going battling in real life, the Mercedes and Ferrari. The Mercedes won, but it is looking all Ferrari at this right here. He's unswiped coming into the last corner. Kimmy all over the back of the Mercedes driver here. This is a battle for like these two drivers on the same strategy. This could be crucial for Kimmy's race win here if he wants to win it. Kimmy down the inside here, what can he do? It could be a move here. For turn 1, he's got it on the braking, and Nathan's going to try it round the outside. It's going to turn inside, it's impossibly slight corner cut. Kimmy runs wide, that is definitely a warning, as Morse gets up into P3 as well. So do not forget back down the inside, no he's not. He's going to think better of it, and that is Kimmy up into P1, Morgs up into P3, Kev down into P4, Nathan also down into P2, but do not count Kev and Nathan out just yet. They showed tremendous pace in qualifying, and that, oh I thought nearly spun it there. And that is Ross pitting for the soft compound, so as if the super soft window's time to pit now, as it is, we could definitely see Kev pit this lap, which will drop him down quite substantially down the order. It will drop him to about P6, not P8 probably. I think he'll come out about P8, so that is 4th place he would drop, but obviously he will make that back up on the quicker strategy now. But he looks to be, actually is that a mistake from Kimmy? He's going to allow Nathan to go round it outside here. It is not an overtaking chance, but he's made it an overtaking chance here. Nathan Hill, he's capitalised on that Kimmy mistake. I'm not too sure what happened, but it has cost Kimmy massive. Then he's going to lose the race lead there to the Mercedes. He's going to try them inside. He looks for it, tries to throw off the Mercedes driver of Nathan there. Now, coming out the last corner here, the two drivers really going to try and fight as hard as they can for this position, but don't actually. Kev comes out of pits now. Don't forget what Morgs was going to say here. But Kimmy, he's going to try it down the inside. Kev doesn't Nathan defend it that hard. Then he probably should have hit Kimmy trying down the inside. Nathan's been squeezed out wide a little bit there, but he's going to be left from again. Kimmy, he goes off the track again. It's going to leave him vulnerable here as Nathan Howard on board with Morgs here. He's got a great battle of us here. Great view of this battle, I should say. Now Nathan trying it down the inside of Kimmy there. They're going to go side by side through the S. This is great driving between the two of them there. Nathan down the inside, there's contact between the two of them. He squeezes Kimmy off. Kimmy's off the track. He's going to lose the position in Morgs. That is now in P3 there. He's going to dive down the inside of Morgs. He makes contact with Nathan, and that is damage to the front left of Kimmy's car as well. Very opportunistic move, very risky move there from Kimmy, and it's not going to pay off. Like that is really going to hinder his pace here. But Kimmy's a quick driver, and I'm sure he's going to keep going at it there. Now, down at turn 11 here, he's going to try it down the inside and he's going to back off and think about there now. Kev actually came out in P7, so actually probably made the move on Badgesaurus for P8, who's really dropped down the order now, if you think about it. I think that he's qualified in P1 and he's now down in P8 at the bottom of the points. At the top end of the points and the top end of the field, Nathan, Kimmy and this Morgs all on the same strategy. This is all for the net race win. And Kimmy, he's going to go for it, Nathan, but he also has to look behind him of Morgs. I don't think there's going to be a move here, or is there actually? Kimmy down the inside of Nathan, it's the third time he's going to do that now. He's got the inside line, Nathan's going to try it round the outside again, but he's going to just be slightly squeezed off contact, possibly again between the two drivers. He's going to leave Nathan vulnerable at Morgs. Morgs going to try it down the inside. Down at turn 4, he's going to have to do it all on the brakes, but Nathan's actually got to try it on Kimmy, so Morgs is the sensible option to back out. But Kimmy is going to keep it in P1, Nathan in P2, and Morgs still in P3 for the time being. And there's yellow flags in sector 2 as Kev goes really well trying to make a move. And Badgesaurus actually spun the car. Kev has spun the car round, which could have been a very positive points finish here for Kev, the man that's got a podium last week. He was faced the wrong way, and he is now down in P8, and that is only 4 points, and he really is going to have to push like man down if he wants any chance of getting a top 5 finish here for this Bahrain Grand Prix. It's actually Nathan's going to try it down inside the Kimmy here at turn 11. Not really an overtake chance as Ramsey is actually up at P8. I'm not sure what happened there. Oh, it's Kev. Kev's going slow. As Kimmy picks up now. Not too sure what's happening with Kev, 29 there. But looking further up the field here, Kimmy and Nathan Hill, there's yellow flags in sector 2. That is Kev goes slowly. There's a bit of lag there from my point of view now. Nathan trying it down the inside of Kimmy. He's got the inside lane this time. He's going to squeeze him off this time now. And Nathan, he makes a move. It was inside now. Kimmy, he makes contact with Morgs. Morgs is off into the wall. That is very aggressive there from Kimmy. Personally, I would say that is a dirty move there from Kimmy. He turned into Morgs. Morgs tried it down the inside, and then Morgs has got damage as Morgs is completely compromised now. And that is really not good for the man that wants promotion this season's hopes for this race. He can still get a podium, but he's going to have to limp it back to the pits. and they won't make the one stop up from here. Now, all we're doing in the race, so definitely there could be some penalties coming his way for the Ferrari man, but he will try and forget about that. And look ahead of him is, what is Kev doing now? What is Kev doing? Honestly. Oh well. Not going to get any points, is he? Now, talking about people who will get points and someone who could possibly get penalty points is Kimmy. He's off into the grass now. Now lost in that race, could spin a lap now actually between these two drivers, so don't tell me Kev's going to take out the leader shot, would not be fun. Okay, what's he doing then? What is he doing? He's got a few. He's got, I don't know. I'm just going to ignore him. Now Nathan Hill here on Lost Nuts Racing here. It's a great move there on the lap car, both of them make the move. But Nathan did not get DRS from that. But now will he try it down the inside of Nathan? No, he does not. He's going to have to stay behind. Nathan gets a big tank slapper on the exit. It's actually Morg's pits. He's going to have to come in too. He's got to go into mediums. He's got to try and stretch this thing out to the end. That's going to be very brave there. From the Welshman, it's Looney Moo walks up, Benjamin's prime up at P3. And then Nathan Hill still in P1 for time being is Rob's out picks up penalty. And actually, I'm going to keep updated. Who has the fastest lap so far from the top? Outside top 10. Kev currently has fastest lap, so he's getting that bonus point at the moment outside the top fastest lap so far. Yellow flags in sector 1. No money if you guess it because it's probably Kev. Oh, what a shock. Now, Kimmy try to stay with Nathan here in the end of the stint, so he's actually out finally with Kev finally retires from the session, so I don't know if he'll still get a fastest lap point for that. I don't think he will. He'll have to finish and get points, so I don't think he's going to get in there, but Morg's actually 7, so really he's going to have to be a great recovery driver here from Morg's if he wants any chance of getting some good points here in this race. Now, Kimmy on the back of Nathan here in the penultimate corner, while he try and size up a move there on the Mercedes driver. Nathan actually has got to try it into the pits and Kimmy's going to follow. So maybe it wasn't that early, maybe I thought it was quite early for Morg pitting, but maybe it wasn't. The two drivers, this is going to be a pit stop battle. Mercedes versus Ferrari, who comes out on top? They're going to both pit up. Now, oh actually Kimmy getting a front wing change and Nathan's not leaving. Huh? Is that a bit of lag there maybe? I think there's a bit of lag. Yeah, he's a lot further down. Oh hell. I'm not too sure what's happened there. Maybe I had a 5-6 stop go, whatever. Now, Lonely Moon, Benjamin's prime. This is not for the net race win, but this is probably for a net P4. The two drivers going side by side, down into P4. Benjamin's prime versus Lonely Moon here. Both on the medium compound, both on the same strategy. Round the outside, Lonely Moon goes here. They're big, but I say that. Lonely Moon nearly cuts across Benjamin's prime there. It makes a move, which is going to be a P1 now, but it is just going to be for a time being, as there's a few drivers to make a pit stop. And actually, did Benjamin's prime just go into the back of him there? I think he might have. He's got damage to that front wing there. Benjamin's prime has damage to the back of that car from Lonely Moo's oh, that is. Oh, he goes off. Nathan squeezes him off. He comes back on the track very aggressively, nearly takes him out. Now Kimmy is going to try anything on Badgersaurus. I don't think he will, but no, Badgersaurus try something on Nathan here. He will need to try and get a good exit there on the Mercedes driver, and he's right up the back of the Mercedes driver here. Now, down at 10-11. What will happen between the two drivers? Will Kimmy go for him? He will not. Now, Nathan, he's not going to defend, and he doesn't have to defend, as the move is going to be made. But all of this is going to be really good for Morg, the man that lost his front wing moments ago. He'll be able to catch up to this fight with the two drivers as Badgersaurus picks up a penalty. Now, there's a yellow flag in sector 3, is it? Probably is something like that. As he cuts the corner and gets a penalty. Hey, is he going to retire? I don't know what they're doing at this rate, but oh well. Looking further up the order now, we've got the battle for probably it is P1, but Badgersaurus needs to clear him if he wants to make this two-stop strategy work. Down the inside, Nathan's going to try out on the switchback here. It's going to turn to the outside, but he's going to switch back again for turn 2, then switch back again for turn 3. He's going to try and get this slip from here of the McLaren driver round the outside, what Lewis Hamilton did to Sebastian Vettel in real life. But he doesn't make it happen, but he makes it happen on the switchback here. Badgersaurus is not there really, but he gives him just enough room. But Nathan Hill makes a move work in his favour and he's going to move up into P4. Badgersaurus goes right down the side. The stick move there from Badgersaurus is just going to drop down into P5. And now he's going to be under a lot of pressure, so there's more yellow flags. Oh, what is he doing, man? He's spun it again. I'm just going to ignore yellow flags now. Now, Kimi and Badgersaurus going at it for P5. A little bit of lag from my point of view, but I'm sure the drivers will not be affected at all. Kimi tries it down the inside, there's contact again! Kimi making more contact with drivers, and he is now up into P5 there for the Ferrari man. But again, really not making some clean. Definitely something Kimi will want me working on. That has not really been. I'm not really too sure on that one there, but that's, you know, he's had a few good. Actually, his bench was playing pit. Oh wait, Moggs in that overtake on him. He must have made a mistake there, but Moggs is up into P6. And Benjamin Prime comes into the pits, sorry, comes into the pits. I apologise if I've been calling him that. It's a habit that I need to try and get out of. But the actual Benjamin Prime this time, in P2, he's not really managed to catch up to Lunimu, who overtook him a few laps ago. He's looking to be staying in P2 for the time being, but when he pits, he'll drop down into about P7 or 8. Probably about P8. That's right, but obviously I thought they'd be pitting on about lap 18th, I would say. When do it then? Oh, and Ramsey's been tagged by Badgersaurus. He's round. More contact in this race, more spins in this race. And that is Ramsey off at turn 1. And there's more yellow flags. Oh wow, it's a lost match racing. Now, Kimi come on to the back of Nathan Hill. These two have been going at it all race. There's yellow flags in sector 2, but I wonder who that is. It is the Williams drivers. Now, Kimi here, coming onto the back of Nathan there, and definitely trying to make a move here on Nathan fairly anytime soon. Apologies for that kind of strange hesitation. I got a message. Just to let you know, if you do have any instance, message TDHL. I think Scarfrex, crap. I think they are the main stores that I know, like Dizzy Haskell as well. Do message him, or even just, I think if you look at if TDHL's the main one on Messenger, just message him if you've got any clips to send in, and they will definitely be reviewed, and there will be appropriate penalties given out if they seem to be unfair. Now, Kimi, we're going back to him third time lucky. Not really closing on Nathan Hill. This battle's been going on all race. Moggs dropped back to a little bit to the, well, not too much, but I'm sure he can catch up. Moggs 6 in the weights. Probably ideal scenarios. There's a yellow flag in 6. Why does he keep doing this? Well, it's just practicing it. He's in tier 2 for a reason. It's okay, he can try and get out these mistakes there. Lost in that racing. It's one of them at least. Now, actually, I'll try and finish this quick off. Yep, the ideal scenario for Moggs here is Kimi and Nathan have a nice battle. Two can then, pardon me, it means these two can then, battle, hold himself up, and then Moggs is back in it again, and he's recovered all that lost time from that wing damage that he picked up. Actually, Benjamin's Prime really close down on Lonely Moo now. Lonely Moo looks to be struggling with the tyres now. As they come into turn 8, can Benjamin's Prime get a good exit here on Lonely Moo here? As they come into turn 9 and turn for Benjamin's Prime, if he wants to make the move here, he's getting right up the bumper of Lonely Moo here. It needs to be a good exit, but it isn't really compared to the Sauber man, and he's going to have to stay behind him for another half a sector at least. Now, Kimi actually all over the back of Nathan now. I said he hasn't closed up, but I take that back completely now. The two drivers, Kimi might try it down the inside. He's looked to be doing it all race, but he's going to stay behind Nathan for another. Well, Nathan will be under pressure in a few moments time, but talking about being under pressure here, he's under pressure here from Benjamin's Prime here. Out of the, coming through the last one now, Lonely Moo pulls over at the right. Is that going to the pitch? Yes, it is. He's got to try and cover the undercut there. on Benjamin Prime, and Benjamin Prime is really going to have to push his tyres to the max, push his ERS, push his fuel to the max if he wants to keep that position on the move. Now talking about drivers that are pushing, Nathan, this is for the net race one, and they've been going at it all race. Nathan's going to have to try it round the outside of the Ferrari of Kimi. There's contact again between the two drivers. Nathan has to cut the corner as Kimi gives him barely any space. He returns the favour on the exit, squeezing him on the exit. This is extremely hard driving between the two of them there, as there's yellow flags in sector 1 and 2. No money if you guess who that is, and then Kimi, he makes a move on Nathan Hill. What a move there from Kimi, but Nathan is all over the back of Kimi, can't get up and nearly spins it. He actually loses control and he's nearly lost it. He picks up a penalty, but he controls that extremely well. That is great driving from the both of them there, and a very good save there from Nathan. Now, I think that is hopefully cleared of any lag issues now. And the issues that Kimi will be facing here is Nathan Hill. He's all over the back of him again. These two have been going at it all race. It's been a great battle to see between the two drivers now. Nathan on the exit here. Will he be able to make a move on Kimi? No, he will not. You're going to have to stay behind him. But is the ERS really being pushed to Kimi? Wow. He's nearly 60% and Moxon 60% as well. In this race, can I keep up with these drivers now? Oh god, great. Oh god, great. Hopefully I can try and be invited back to the lobby fairly soon. Let's hope we do not miss too much action here for this race, but it's been a great race so far. I'm going to try and get in as quick as possible. There we go, join game. Let's hope, for my sake, I can get back into this lobby, because it looks like Nathan is putting Kimi under a lot of pressure there, as I've just made it back into spectate. Apologies there, everybody, for that 2-minute delay, but they're back up and running if the game loads. Okay, put on that like waiting music with like Sky and all that doing, you're in the front room. But no need for that, because we are back, and Nathan's actually got by Kimi. That is a great from Nathan's race here, and that is actually okay. That's a Ferrari of Ramsey, but this is really good there for Nathan's chances of winning this race now, because he's ahead of Kimi, and that is the track position he wants. If he wants to extend that gap, he will be able to, as he needs to save that ERS. So if he wants to really be able to put up a fight to Kimi, who is really going to pressurise him for the next 10 laps now. Now hopefully when all the drivers go into the split sectors, we can try and get the timing back up, but obviously because I've lost the section, the F1 is just great like that, and I don't really know why, but it kind of clutched out a little bit, but I think, yeah, they're coming in a little bit now. Now, Nathan Hill, again, as I mentioned, that is that Benjamin's Prime now pitting. Yeah, but of the races are going to be decent on my part, but Kimi, he's trying it down the inside of Nathan Hill here. He makes a move on the brakes. Is Nathan going to try and come back here? I don't think he will. He has nothing to respond to. He comes out when he cuts the corner. That is definitely a warning there for the Mercedes man. Now round the outside, Nathan Hill goes. He did it in real life, Lewis Hamilton, but he doesn't really get to replicate that. Kimi keeps it on the track, unlike Sebastian Vettel, and make the move. He's going to have to stay behind Kimi for another lap at least. Where we are just approaching the final 10 laps here of this. Actually, that's the. Oh, who's up in the wall? Oh, lost lap racing in the wall. Oh, yep, why was that surprised? And they actually retired from the session. I don't think that was number 1, that was number 2 that's retired. So finally, no more yellow flags. Is there a. Why is one of them going so slow? There's not a sort of. Oh, Ramsey's really holding him up here. This is really bad for losing most chances of winning. Holding up Morgs here, trying to pressurise Morgs for that fastest lap, but we're going to put our attention for the race when he goes to try it round outside. It's very late in the break. Kimi tried to come over and defend it, but he's now got the inside line. Nathan, he squeezes him out wide now, coming up the hill. It's a great camera shot there of these two drivers going very at it here. Now Kimi down the inside of Nathan the hill. He goes, Nathan on the switchback. Can he get moved in on Kimi? No, he can. And fifth gear here through all this section. Tried not to spin it, but it is definitely going to be hard to keep up with Kimi now as he's got our track position back. These two drivers swapping around like a yo-yo, but Morgs, the man in third, is loving this. He really could do with him catching up, and I'm going to wait until these two drivers are done for a little bit of desync, and then there's not desync. Okay, we're back, but quite long. I'm going to just check the penalties for everyone. Kimi has got 1 penalty, Nathan has got 1 penalty, Morgs has got 1 penalty, Lunimu has got no penalties. Oh, Benjamin Prime has 0 as well. So definitely keep an eye on. Penalties are not the issue for Kimi and Nathan right now. Their issue is basically each other. They've been going all race and it continues. Nathan's got him before turn one. He's not defending inside. He's got to leave Kimi to dive it down his inside, which Kimi does not do. He gets right up to the back of Nathan though. But Nathan, he defends that P1. This Kimi makes a big moment there. Now, William, he has a very good chance of getting a podium here. He only has to gain about 6 and a bit seconds on Morgs. Definitely see himself on getting a cheeky wee podium here in Bahrain, and that would definitely be a shock to most drivers here. So Morgs, if he's going to have to, if he's not looking in front of him, he definitely is looking behind him. But someone that is completely focused on behind him, it is Nathan Hill. We're going back to this battle yet again. It has kept this race alive. To be fair, there's been big gaps everywhere, but not for these two. These two have kept each other honest all race, and it's still going on. And nothing's going to really happen. Nothing's going to really happen again. And Nathan's going to have to defend for his life down at turn 1 basically, because that's all he'll be able to do. And then just a quick reminder, it is just about 8 o'clock now, so on the F1 IRL account, Tier 1 will be getting streamed, so if you want to see drivers like Kimi, well, if you want to see 9 or 10 drivers that are just as quick as him, that's a bit of an exaggeration because he's an extremely quick driver, but you know what I mean? Definitely go over and watch out. We've got Anton Beacon doing the comms for that one, and I was going to say, Kimi nearly trying to down the inside of Nathan there, but with no reason, all of these drivers are doing this race is for that Tier 1 seat next season. It will be a 2019 game. It might be slow, yes, but they've joined this like this season and they need to prove themselves if they want that seat in Tier 1 next season. Nathan, Kimi, the full league, well, with every single driver that is still in this race, has definitely been doing well in their own right and should deserve that seat, but we're obviously a limited number of seats in Tier 1, and that means drivers in Tier 1 also need to fight for their place. So it is extremely going to be extremely tough for every single driver. If you're not fighting for a championship, if you're not fighting for promotion, you're going to try to fight to stay in the division you are in. So this is just kind of showing you how much IRL has grown in the last you're part of, and it is attracting some great drivers like Kimi and Nathan, who have given us a great battle here in Tier 2. So as Nathan picks up a penalty, oh no, that is really costly for his race. He runs with again. It's going to leave vulnerable to Kimi, and he's not really going to give him a good chance now. Kimi, he's got 1 penalty. Nathan has got 2. This is the second penalty. Yes, it is. Not at all. Now, he's going to try and he's got to go to the left, he's got to go to the right, he's got to go back to the left. Now he's going to force Kimi down the inside, and he did that every single time today. Kimi, down the inside he goes for a very, very time. This is like a routine for these two drivers now. Nathan tries it down the inside, he's going to have to slightly back off. Kimi gets all over that curb. He's going to have to drop back for another lap or 2. Now, I'm actually going to see, this is 40 time, where fastest, where your driver of the day preference starts to come into account, it gives you 1 point for how many, it gives you 1 bonus point, and I'm really stuck here for who to give. So if you have any suggestions, please put it in the chat and I will definitely bring them into consideration. So if it's Nathan, if it's Mod, if it's Looney Moo, if it's Benjamin's Prime, and even if you want to do King Brian, then say it if you want. If that's your opinion, then your opinion cannot be wrong. I just might not take that suggestion on. Now, again, this battle has been going on and on all race, but I don't think we might just get a wee lap break. The drivers are just a lap break. You know, let me rest my voice for this lap. Nathan's a little bit too far back this time around to go for moving Kimmy, and is this a sign that Kimmy is pulling out that gap from Nathan? Look at the ERS difference, 57 to basically 0. It just shows you kind of how well Kimmy's kind of, you could say, controlled this race. It doesn't look controlled, he has a few incidents, but definitely been well from Kimmy. Now, these two drivers still, well, he's still within a second of him, but it is a little bit too far back for his liking. Probably who wants to make an overtake on Kimmy, he will have to do it fairly soon. And, well, he's not gonna, he's nearly, it might even stretch out to a second. And it does not, he's gonna get DRS this lap, but it is really gonna be a hard one if he wants to make an overtake any time soon. Now, Nathan again, not enough for the Mercedes driver to put any threat. Looney Moo, that kind of fight for P3 is just kind of gone now. Mark looks like to be no one's on the straight for that P3, but you never know. It could still be alive at this moment. Is Nathan Hill on the back of Kimmy. He is closer than he was last time around. He launched the fact he's actually badge sources out the race. I did not see that one, but oh well. Apologies to badge sources, actually. I'll see what happened. I did not. Oh well, that is really put for badge sources race. The pole man has now dropped out of the points, and well, that is 0. The McLaren man. Now, again, I said this before, if you have anything, any driver with this hit suggestions, please put it in the chat, because I will definitely take that on board. I am really stuck right now, and it would definitely give me a hand. So just put in the chat whoever you think it is, and it would be very much so appreciated, because I'm struggling. It has been a very hard race to tell, and that would definitely go towards 1 driver, 1 point for 1 driver in their Drivers' Championship, so it would definitely give them a hand for whatever purpose they want. Now Nathan's actually dropped out that 1 second. Back to Kimi now, and he is definitely losing any chance of winning this race. And it is slipping away ever so slightly, and again I'm going to mention it because I'm struggling now. Driver of the day, they get that bonus point. Any suggestions in chat would be 100% appreciated, but that is just, you know, how it goes. And I would say Kelly, but he has had a few incidents this race and I don't want to show up. Nathan's had a good race, Morgs has had quite a quiet race in P3. Lonely with P4, I think, say, I suppose a P6 that's pretty respectable for Slime Revel, but it is quite a lonely P6. I don't know, I think, because it's quite boring, isn't it? I think I'm going to give it to Nathan. If he can keep this P2 up, I'm going to give that bonus point, that driver of the day, to Nathan. Nathan Hill. He just gave Kimi a run for his money all race. It is only now it's just a slip off. It has been a fairly flawless race, you could say, other than his few mistakes, but and well, that's just, you know, it would have been really interesting to see if Kimi could have avoided those incidents, but I just feel he had a good few incidents this race, and I really don't think it's worth it really to give him that. He might be get some penalised as well. I'm not sure. I don't know anything about it, so don't really back on it. But he's had a good few incidents have been recorded. We could definitely see them. But Morgs had a good recovery drive as well for this race. That incident he had with Kimi kind of ruined his race. With that spin, he got the damage from it as well, and that it really kind of compromised his race 100%. But it's been a good drive. I think he'll be happy with the podium, but we'll be getting them in for interviews anyway, so we'll get reaction and for what this race has been. And it is looking like Kimi's going to see the checker flag in first place. Actually, Morgs, like, does he have a chance? Penalties, Nathan 1, 2, Morgs 1. Yeah, so Morgs will be P3 at this rate. But actually they're a battle for some points. They lost that racing, and I'm submitting there's contact between the two drivers driving there on what will be their last lap. Is there a lap down? And it's just, yeah, right. Not what you want to see, innit? He just went right in the back of them. That's not like racing. That's poor from lost match racing. Yeah, that's not what you want to see. That is really not what you want to see at all. He just took him out there, didn't he? So, yeah, shame on you, Lawson. Number 1. Not number 2, you are fine. Number 1. That's not what we want to see, and definitely there will be action dealt with about that. Because obviously it's not going to change the result of Absa admitting, but it's still not good to see at all. We're only going to get 9 finishers in this race now. But, so be it. That is life, and we're going to go on board with the man that is going to take checkered flag here, and battle all race for it. But it is looking like he could get us by probably 5 seconds when you add the penalties up, so very well done to Kimi. Well, I see that I could actually kind of jinx him now, and he just spins his car in. Well, I could do it, never know. Look at that ERS he saved though, it just shows you how much he kind of saves it. He does. Oh, yellow. Nathan's out! Nathan Hill is out on the last lap! The last corner, he's out! That promotes Looney Me up to a podium. Morgs a massive drama now. The man that I was going to give driver of the day, he spun it and he's out! And he's scenes here in the Bahrain Grand Prix. I jinxed him completely. Kimi takes the checker flag. Morgs comes home in P2. He's left this session. Morgs comes home in a dramatic P2 Looney move. Against all the odds, he's going to take the checker flag. He's going to get that podium. I said it to me, a shot podium. He's going to take it. That promotes Benjamin's price. And Nathan Hill, oh no! On the last lap, 3 corners to go, 2 proper corners. and he crashed out. I am shocked. He drove a great race. He was going to get driver of the day. And I think now he's not really points. No, he's going to get 2. He's going to get a few points as Ramsey is waiting up. But Ross comes home in P6. Apologies there. And Benjamin Prime did take P4. Sling Revel took P5. Nathan Hill will get that P7 as Ramsey just let him through. Yeah, that's what you do, I like, isn't it? Anyway, Ramsey, he's gonna come over P9. Is he? Oh, well, Ramsey comes on P8, and that was, I can't remember who the rival was, but drama there on the last lap, in the last few corners. Nathan Hill, the man that I thought could have got the win here, the man that was my driver of the day, and I am not giving him driver of the day now. Sorry, Nathan, but that promotes the man there with that Welsh flag up into P2, and also Looney Moo up into P3. What a race, and what a dramatic way to end the Bahrain Grand Prix. IRL Tier 2. We're going to also get the drivers in for their opinions and thoughts of the podium drivers in. Now, I'm quickly going to run you through your order. Kiwi takes a very, very well deserved, but very hard worked win is the right word there. Morgs takes a shocked P2 there, with obviously Nathan making that mistake. Looney Moo gets that surprise podium in the last few laps. That'll be a great thing for him there. Benjamin's Prime P4, good points there for him. Sling Revel P5, Ross there in P6, another Scotsman there, drawing the Scottish flag proud. Nathan Hill, very dramatic end there. He's going to get some points, not as much as 18 points, so he's still going to come home with 6 points. Ramsey in P8, Absurdment in P9, and then the DNS is Lost Nuts Racing, aka Daniel Kavia. Badgersaurus P11, Lost Nuts Racing P12, Kev P13, Beast Pro P14, and King Brian in P15. And well, that is going to conclude your race there for the Bahrain Grand Prix. We're going to try and get the drivers in for the podium drivers in for their thoughts on that very dramatic race here for the Bahrain Grand Prix. That is only Tier 2. If you want to see even more action after the end of Tier 1, the race will be probably starting fairly soon. I know they had some slight issues as we're now just getting our podium drivers in to the party now. I've got Kimmy and Morgs. Hopefully we can try and get Looney Moo in. But first of all, we'll just start it off with Kimmy as Looney Moo joins. So first of all, Kimmy, congratulations on that win. And make sure your party audio is included. That's a good one. All of you do that. And just talk us through that race, because that was definitely not an easy one.
Quality was shit. Straight up. Start was like, I don't know, a bit of a mess. I don't know. Was just messy as fuck. Yeah.
Well, you had a very good battle with Nathan Hill for the full race, and Moggs was in it at one point as well. Just talk us through that battle with Nathan that lasted
Yeah, like we was having a quite nice battle because of the long straight, and like the DRS or slipstream is just overpowered. So yeah, we was fighting the whole time, and he was literally just he was on the edge with the tires in the end, so I could pull away, even saved AS and all the other shit. Fuel to open, I don't know what lap it was, lap 25 or 24. I was then not in the DS anymore, so that was very important to the end. But sorry that I'm actually feeling really bad, because he deserved a win or definitely a podium, but just crashed out in the last lap.
Well, that is now your second win of the season, 2 out of 2, and looking into next week for China, is that another win? Is that what you're aiming for?
Most likely.
Yep, just most likely. Do you think, is there any threat? Because it wasn't an easy one today.
Yeah, but China is just track position really. It's not really slipstream festival like Bahrain. So yeah.
Well, unless you've got anything else to say, then I can move on to the second place man, Morgs. Take that as a note. So then, Morgs, you could say that as a surprise P2.
Well, the P2 is a surprise, yeah, but I feel I should have been challenging for the win today. I mean, do you want to ask a question or can I just carry on? Cause
yeah, I know what you're going to say, so just go for it.
yeah, you can guess. Basically, I mean, I'm not sure what happened on Kimmy's end, but from my end, Kimmy got a poor exit on turn 2 after battling with Nathan. I went for a move on the inside, and it seemed from my angle, Kim just turned into me, and bang, lost half my front wing. Was 5.5 seconds back, had to pit 3 laps earlier than I wanted to. And then from there, my race was ruined because I was having to nurse those tyres so hard to take it to the end. Because for me, in racing, I had to really take those tyres. I had to nurse them from lap 12, so pitting on lap 9, I had to nurse them even more. And Nathan, they were 6 seconds, they weren't pulling away, but I guess they were battling, so they were losing time in that, and if they were cleaner, they probably would have pulled away. So, as a whole, I'm disappointed, but luckily with Nathan crashing, I do get some extra points, and hopefully I can come back next week and show the pace that I showed today again in China.
Well, you kind of just answered most of my questions there, so we're going to look on to China. Have you got good pace around this track, and do you think you could get that win next week?
I don't know, we'll see. I mean, to be honest, I did a league race yesterday, you know about that, and my pace there shocked me around Bahrain. I didn't expect to have the pace, and same again tonight, to be honest, especially in qualifying. Again, I knew I could set a 27.1, but I assumed people like Kimmy and Nathan would be quicker than that, but it turns out that they weren't. Step his lap, so maybe he could have gone quicker, but that did come as a shock to me, and I'm happy with my pace around here. Whether I can carry forward to China, we'll have to see. I'm not sure yet.
Well, unless you've got anything else to say, then we can move on to Lunimu.
Nope.
Right, well done on the podium. So, Lunimu, I think you'll be very surprised to be here for this podium. So, how does it feel?
Yeah, it was quite a good race, really. Bit surprised to get on the podium, as you say.
Yeah.
'Cause,
Well, you were obviously one of the drivers that were going mediums to softs. So, can I just talk us through your thought process of qualifying in the mediums compared to the softs?
yeah, it does. If I started on the softs, I'd have to be more careful with them at the start of the race. The downside of starting the mediums, of course, is that they take longer to warm up, so everyone goes past you at the start. But you have to be a bit patient and wait for the tyres to come back to you. But knowing you'll be fairly quick at the end then, because you're on the softer tyre when the car is lighter. So that was pretty much the thought process.
Yeah, well, in your first stint, you had a very kind of long-lasting battle with Benjamin Prime, I think it was. Just talk us through that kind of battle.
That was fun. Good, hard, clean racing. Giving each other just enough room. Yeah, it's good. He's looking for many more.
Yes, well, like, see, what some of the front runners didn't really manage to do most of the time. And I also just got to quickly add, Kimmy, you did get my driver of the day, so if everything is good, you will get an extra bonus point, so you'll come away today with 26 points. So, you're welcome.
Thank you.
I didn't want to be boring, but it was a very controlled race. And then, other than that, that is going to conclude the stream here for the Bahrain Grand Prix F1 IRL Tier 2. If you want to see even more action, quickly jump over to the Tier 1 race, which is probably just about started not that long ago. You can see even more action and drama over there, and I think Morgs has just left the party to go and do commentary for that one. So, thank you to the 3 podium drivers there. Thank you to all the drivers that were racing today. And we wish all the drivers the best of luck next time in China. And goodbye.